When I was a kid, I was fascinated by superheroes. Of course, there weren't as many back then as there are today. The comic books I had were either Superman or Batman. And of course, I watched the black and white TV show Superman with its tagline, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings with a single bound. And that said it all. Since I was an only child with somewhat of a creative imagination, I often played at being a superhero. And the objects of my superpowers were our cows, who bore the results of the powerful liquid from the water tank in our barnyard, which rendered them helpless. Sometimes I feel so helpless, surrounded by the powers that threaten our world, whether it be a virus, or political decision-making that subverts justice, or the failures of leaders who don't seem to care enough about the people to do what needs to be done. Wouldn't it be nice to have some kind of superhero who would swoop in and fix things for us, to set our toppling world upright once again? I think it's often in times like these that we try to look outside ourselves for some type of superhero, or perhaps even wish for superpowers ourselves. If we truly had superpowers, what would we do with them? And what kind of powers might they be? Environmentalist and author Bill McKibben reflects on God's creation and how we human beings differ from the rest of creation. Natural things like animals, plants, rocks, and clouds give glory to God just by being themselves, just what God created them to be. Turtles do what they do. Beavers build dams. Bees make honey. They can't not do it. It's only we human beings who have been given the free will to choose not to be what God created us to be. The bird's special gift is flight. And ours, he says, is the possibility of restraint. We're the only creature who can decide not to do something we are capable of doing. And surprisingly enough, that is our superpower. I've never thought of this as a superpower, but there it is. It's amazing to think when faced with destroying our Earth, our superpower can be activated so that we can decide not to do it. This power allows us to stand up to the powerful and the reckless and join with others to act together in love. It is the power of this God-given love that lets each of us see we're not the most important thing on earth. Sorry, but that's true. And then be okay with it. So our superpower takes over and we restrain ourselves. At home, choosing not to do many things for many weeks in order to protect those we love and those others love as well. So let's all breathe a sigh of relief and use this God-given power to protect our shared home and one another, not only for our own sake, but for our neighbors across the globe and future generations.